All right. So what we've got here is our local rank. This right here is you can see all the scores and stuff like that, right? But if we go to the left, this is our tier list. So in SoCal, I actually reset this at the beginning of 2019, and because of that, we can actually take a look at all of the stats that people were using to play on this PS3. We're using this one for all of our tournaments. We're using it for quite a bit of casuals and stuff like that too. There are some things that's kind of be a little bit off on, especially when you get to all these fives that kind of were there. The fives are most likely matches that just never occurred. But you get to see some kind of interesting stuff here. So first off, we can see the Potemkin. Potemkin is the best character in the game, according to SoCal's tier list. Best character in the game. Number 2 is Johnny. Johnny's just behind Potemkin. Yeah, clearly, that's where we go. You can see the matchup. The matchup between Potemkin and Johnny is a 5-5 matchup, according to this. So this is the thing, right? So the way tier lists are made is tier lists are all made in theory. So a tier list is like somebody comes up, it's like, I think this person would do good against that person, and this person would do good against that person, and they kind of make things up, right? And sometimes the best way to make a tier list is just in theory, because you can't get perfect data between like the best character in one and the best character in another, and so on. It's just kind of how it has to be. You know, Wing, those 2 points would have been made up if Johnny ended up getting a 6-4 against Potemkin instead of 5-5. And part of that could have been Clash, for all I know. Because if it was 6-4, Potemkin would be, you'd get 1 point and Potemkin would lose a point, you'd be tied. But yeah, so the tier list, like I said, it's almost always done in theory, where you think of like your standard character and your player would be like the default top level player of each different character and how they would match up. And if you had the exact same skill, all of it, who would end up being the best based on their character strengths and not based on their player's skill strengths. And that's what a tier list is supposed to be. We actually have a community tier list that we made. I'll show that here too, I can. But right now this is the data part of it. So we actually took data from all of our play through all of 2019. I reset this beginning of 2019. And this is what we've got here. So take a good look, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete it. We're going to start all over in 2020. We have Potemkin being the best character in the game. You can see Testament's just kind of in the middle. 120 is exactly center as far as points are concerned. So Jam is an exactly center tiered character. Abba's the worst character in the game by far, according to this. It's impossible to do optimal. Yes. What you want to do technically what you want to do is a mix between theory and fact. But even that, the fact part is so off that you can't really use it. Because the point of a tier list is, again, equal skill, where the only difference is the character and how much the character helps an equal skill player. The equal skill is impossible to achieve. So it has to be done in theory and not in practice. This is the SoCal tier list, yes. Absolutely. Take a good look. I'll take more questions and stuff about it before I finally delete the whole thing. So Anji, let's see here. He doesn't have too many uses on here. You see that? So part of it could have been that this was used at Arc Revo. Because I did bring this one for Arc Revo. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. So Arc Revo contaminated this list, because we're using it for casuals. I was really trying to make sure this wasn't contaminated, but at Evo I ended up losing a PS3. So I had 3 PS3s and I was kind of taking things back and forth. So because of that, I only have 2 PS3s now. I had to end up using one of these for that. Yeah, so this data is only taken from SoCal tournaments, other than Arc Revo, which was just casuals at Arc Revo. Again, Arc Revo is at SoCal, so I guess you want to count it, you can. So only from SoCal tournaments, and also SoCal casuals. I use this PS3 every time for all of our SoCal top 4 and like anything we would stream. Like almost all top 8 was all on this PS3. We can get as much of that kind of high level data as possible. But there is quite a few like casuals, and you know, like you'll have like a player who, you know, didn't make top 8. Like, you know, if Mech played, that'd be different than like if Tronzilla played, right? So so because of that, you can see the Justice matchup being different. If all I wanted to do was just take top 8, I could actually just go in and just grab all the data from all of our tournament lists and just take that. So this one did include casuals. So yeah, take one more good look at it because I'm going to delete it here. And we'll start 2020 with a new, fresh list. It's hard to say the sample size because it's how many actual games were played. So I can't really tell. It was from every tournament we had at SoCal. So what I'm going to do is this tournament, I'm going to use this PS3 still for, oh, am I going to tournaments with all PS3s? Well, not anymore. I lost one of them. At EVO, I lost one of my PS3s that got taken. So I'm going with 2 PS3s. I'm actually going to Frosty Faustings and bringing both my PS3s there. We're going to have plenty of PS3s for that. All right, you guys ready? Here we go. We're going to go ahead and delete this data here. Everyone say goodbye. Initialize ranking data. Yes. 5 5s. Let's see how this goes. Let's see if maybe Johnny can take it for 2020. Yep, so this is now the SoCal 2020 tier list. Perfectly balanced game, exactly.